Confessions, family, and welcome back to another episode of Confessions with an Entrepreneur. I'm your girl, Nisi, and let's rewind. Last week, I brought forth an episode of Confessions of an Entrepreneur where we discussed 10 mistakes that entrepreneurs make. And I confess to you guys the one mistake that stood out to me the most, and something that I struggle with, which is spending way too much money. However, at the end of that video, I also discussed some of the things that I had planned to try to do to alleviate doing as such as setting a monthly budget and sticking to it, or setting a budget for when I go out in general for supplies and spending only that amount, getting everything that I need. And if I can't get it within that budget, then I won't get it at that time. However, what I also had planned to do was send out or take cash with me. And once I've done with that amount of cash, then I would no longer spend money or even pull out my card to accommodate. I would have to put things back. Another thing I was looking to do was take a friend along or use my mother's self-conscience and use her voice to guide me. So that was last week's episode. This week, we're going to continue with those same 10 mistakes that entrepreneurs make. However, we're going to focus on another one that I can also relate with, which is trying to do it all by yourself. So I came across this article before I came on here, and I wanted to read to you exactly some things that kind of stood out to me, which it says, don't try to do everything yourself. And I got this off of businessnewsdaily.com. It says a big mistake that entrepreneurs make is thinking they are all alone, and they try to operate independently without surrounding themselves with wise counsel. Don't try to run a new business by yourself. Find an on-board, trustworthy, seasoned advisor to discuss your business ideas, strategies, challenge, and process. Wisdom and power exist in the multiplicity of counsel. Incentivize 4 to 6 people to join your company as advisors in order to receive continuous feedback so that fewer mistakes will occur. Well, let's just say that I can relate to that because I am trying to do everything by myself. And at this point, the only really counsel that I have is my mother, and she's a brand new entrepreneur just like me. So I need to step back, and I know that's kind of hard to admit, even here on camera. Step back, re-advise, and actually try to find some other people. But I'll tell you one reason why I have an issue and why I believe I could do it myself. Because I have a degree in business. And I figured I spent 2.5 years learning. Why not? But what I don't have is on the job training. Although, yes, I've started my business right after I graduated. And yes, I've kind of been doing this as a side hustle even before I went to school for a business degree. But I've never really actually sat down and found somebody to help me to try to, bounce my ideas off of, or simply tell me, okay, this is the way that the market is going. I've been trying to do it all by myself. So I think in the near future, I'm going to reverse that. But let's admit it, a lot of us are out here. Like, we've seen other entrepreneurs out here and they just blow up overnight. Oh, I done started my lip gloss line, and I done had, 1,000 followers join me, and blah, 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 blah. But what we don't know behind the scenes is that they probably do have financial advisors. They probably do have a council of people that is helping them. So it's okay to ask for help. And that's one thing that I personally struggle with because I'm trying to do my marketing all by myself. I'm trying to figure out and funnel and, depict what my, if you want to say, my target audience is. I can tell you right here and now that my target audience probably changes every day, to be honest with you, because I'm trying to target this audience and I'm trying to target that audience. But the biggest thing is for me, simply because of the fact that I am a creative person and I like to do so many different things that I feel as though I can reach that thing. I can't sit here and lie. I've had a skincare line at one point. I've done treats at one point. I still do gift baskets. I've started an apparel line. Now I have a jewelry line. When I say I'm a jack of all trades, I'm a jack of all trades. And to see now that I've gone through just about every phase, like I said, my target audience could change at the flip of a hat simply because I feel that I can do everything. And that may not be the case. So, like I said, we're going to focus and talk about trying to do it all on your own. It's okay to ask for help. It's one of the common mistakes that people make, and it's a mistake that probably we will continue to make because of the generation and the mindset that we have. So, I hope that my confession has helped you and realize that you do need help and you can't do it all alone. I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Confessions of an Entrepreneur. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Creative Expressions with Nisi. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Toodles!